Hello, what's up guys? Welcome to another Informed Player Review with me, your boy FIFA Andre HD. As you can see guys, this episode we are focusing on the 82 rated left midfield card, which is Andre Schurrle. Now, he was pretty good in all honesty, but there were a few things that did annoy me on the card, which I'll come to later. But we will kick off with some of his fantastic features. The first of which being his unbelievable pace. Now, obviously this was good on his normal card anyway, but it feels even faster. His acceleration is brilliant. 93 acceleration is perfect for a winger because it just gives you that incredible burst, incredible bit of speed over the first 10 yards, which is exactly what you need against defenders, you know, in a short space. Just to be from 0 to 100 sort of thing very, very quickly. And that is what Shurrle can do. He really does get moving quickly. And that is exactly what you want to get on the end of a through ball, or when you're dribbling, to just, you know, hit that burst of speed, get past a player and get a cross or a shot away. And he does that fantastic. Obviously, he also has the speed dribbler trait. So when he is running at pace, you know, he's got that ability to run with the ball. You know, he's not just a run onto the ball sort of player. He can run with it too, which is really good. His dribbling is very, very neat and tidy. Very similar to the likes of Royce, Hazard. The only thing, which I'll mention more later, that did annoy me was his first touch. If he didn't take it in well to start with, obviously, it doesn't give you the chance to then use his fantastic dribbling. His first touch, his ball control, is only 79, which isn't incredible, and it isn't like terrible either. But it's just, you know, considering his dribbling is so high at 88, his ball control in comparison to how good his dribbling is and how good you'd expect it to be, it really doesn't match up to his dribbling. So it was a little bit annoying. I did notice him take the ball in and just lose it with a heavy touch fairly often. So it is something to be aware of, that, you know, if you're playing against a good player or you know, a fullback that's pretty handy at nicking the ball off you, you may be in trouble if you don't, you know, take it in well. Some other nice bits on the card, obviously crossing, his passing, short and long range passing is very good. His crossing's good. So if you are playing him at left mid or left wing, you know, don't be afraid to whip the ball in early, because he is definitely going to deliver some fantastic crosses. And depending on what formation you play, you're probably going to rack up quite a few assists from those crosses, to be honest. His shooting, now this definitely had me really on the fence. Sometimes it was brilliant, other times it was terrible. You know, I'll be honest. You know, most shots were on target, but a lot of them, you know, really were just straight at the goalkeeper, and it was very, very frustrating. You know, he's got a 4-star weak foot, but honestly it didn't feel like that at all. You know, he is right-footed and he's got the 4-star weak foot, so you would expect with 81 finishing and, you know, decent shot power and long shots, for him to be banging goals in left, right and centre. Now, maybe I was just unfortunate in the games that I played with him that he was a little bit hit and miss. I don't know. Please leave a comment if he's done well for you. You know, but for me, like I said, you know, a lot went straight at the goalkeeper, which left me fuming. Absolutely, I could not believe how many shots he just hit straight at the goalkeeper, because on the odd occasion I'd see such a great finish to score a goal. So I knew he had it in his locker, I knew the stats were there to back it up, but for some reason it didn't always happen with him. You know, that was quite annoying, because when you do get him into good positions, which was a little bit hit and miss itself, you know, with his medium work rates, I think he is better suited to a left midfield role, in all honesty, because his work rates, his positioning, I found him to not always be making great runs. And like I said, when he did make the runs and he did get a chance to shoot, it would be a bit hit and miss then as well. So, you know, looking on another positive, he's got 4-star skills, which is very nice. Works really well with his dribbling, so that's quite nice. And he has the long shot taker trait, which is a nice trait. You know, his shot power and long shots are pretty damn good, and his free kicks were fantastic. I'm pretty terrible at free kicks normally, but as you can see, I've included a fair few clips of this. You know, he was always hitting a target. You know, he was getting it. You know, hitting a few posts and crossbars, and he scored one for me, which I thought was very good, because other players that I've used who've had better free kick sort of stats have not done as well as Shurrle. So that is a good positive on the card. Also, his corners were fantastic. You know, again going along with his crossing ability. So overall, I have given him 7.5 out of 10. I thought he was pretty good. You know, he had a lot of positives on, as you can see in the pros section. And he's relatively, you know, fairly well priced as well, which I think, you know, is quite good. I think 180,000 to 200 is a little bit expensive at the moment, but I'm sure he will drop. So I think his price will fall around 150, hopefully. If it falls any lower, definitely go out and buy him. You know, but otherwise, I think you're better off probably just sticking with Royce's normal card, in all honesty. If you do like Shurrle and you want a nice informed card, though, it is good. It just has a few negatives for me. One is first touch. His 1v1 finishing is a little bit hit and miss. And obviously, being a sort of winger, his strength isn't maybe as good as it should be, because I think he is quite a good, sort of strong, robust player, in all honesty. Heading and defending isn't that great, so if you are playing him at left midfield, just be aware of that. So many pros, you know, his dribbling, his shooting in general was quite good. Acceleration, fantastic. Long shots, very, very good. Passing, balance and positioning, very nice indeed. So overall, 7.5 I think was very fair for him. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and peace.